It was either February or March of 1993. I had finished my clinical work and would be graduating from dental school in May. My graduating class was in Cancun, Mexico for a celebratory vacation. I was there with my, then, fiancé who was working toward his PhD in pharmacology. It was a relaxing experience, after a very difficult fourth year of school. I remember that it was another beautiful sunny afternoon on the beach. There was no real wind and the colored flags, which were used to indicate dangerous water conditions, and the need to exercise caution, were removed. My fiancé was with some of my classmates at the hotel's pool by the beach. I could see them and make out their laughter, but not distinct voices or conversations. I decided to walk into the warm water by myself. I was in water that was barely up to my hips, and I don't remember feeling anything other than relaxation and enjoyment of the moment. When I decided to try to return to the beach, I noticed the flow of water at my feet. It was moving swiftly outward, and I tried to pull my legs forward to slowly inch my way back. Instead, the water was moving upward on my body toward my waist. I remember feeling foolish. The water wasn't very deep. What would my friends think if they had to come and save me from shallow water? I also knew that I could not get back to shore on my own. I remember calling for help repeatedly, but no one heard me. I could see my friends at the pool, and further down the beach, but there was no one anywhere close to me on the beach or in the water. I remember wondering where everyone had gone and how had I managed to get myself into this situation. I formed the thought in my mind that I am going to die, and experienced fear for the first time. Then I remember thinking, it is not my time. My next thought was, perhaps this is the way that everyone feels before they die. I think I remember feeling a feeling of resignation, of surrender. I don't remember thinking about anything else or about anyone else at that point. My next memory is of the presence of two men, I know they were male beings, on my left side, and of a hand on my left hand guiding me back to the shore. I remember looking down at my hand, and at my engagement ring, and knowing that I would never marry my fiancé. I must have said thank you to these men. I would have said it many times, but I have no memory of doing so. There were no words spoken at any point. Although I know these were a male presence, I remember not being able to see their faces. I distinctly remember feeling a hand, a physical hand, on my own hand, and feeling that my life was now spared, that I was now safe. Once on the shore, I remember looking back into the water and along the shoreline. There was no one there, except for people visible off in the distance and back at the hotel. Walking or running on sand is not easy. It was impossible for anyone to have moved with such haste away from that spot on the beach. I know that I was alone prior to my experience. There was no other human presence near to me. To me, the only possible explanation was that my life was saved by two male angels.